Hey, what's up? I'm Joey Sabrizi. This is Matthew Hickson. We're both with Öhlins USA. In today's video, we would like to talk to you about the install of the FKC 101 in the front end of your Harley-Davidson bagger. To start off with, our FKC 101 is known as an NIX Cartridge Kit, meaning right side controls rebound, left side controls compression. Our kit consists of 2 dampers, springs, oil, and the 2 tools necessary for the install. We offer standard length springs and a 1-inch lowering drop kit. Okay, let's get to the install. After removal of the front forks from your motorcycle, place the fork in an upright position and remove the top cap. When removing the top cap, keep in mind that the spring is under extreme pressure. Your next step is to remove the cap and the spring, then turn your fork upside down to drain the oil. Our next step is to take a 6mm Allen and remove the bolt from the bottom of the fork. This will allow the removal of the rest of the OEM internals. This is the point of the installation where if you have a 2002 to 2005 bagger, you will need to disassemble one of the fork legs to install the oil cup and top out spring that we provide. And after thoroughly cleaning our forks and inspecting them for any type of wear, that we're going to install our cartridge kit. After removing the product from the box, you're going to want to remove the top cap and the 2 plastic spring guides. Now remember, this is an NIX cartridge kit. The rebound will be noted by the bleed hole on the bottom, and the compression will have the bleed hole on the top. Next step, take the OEM top out spring and drop it down the tube. Install our cartridge kit and take the factory 6mm Allen and screw it into the bottom of the fork, torquing to factory specs. Our next step is to pour at least 300 ml of oil into the fork tube. Once that's done, we're going to want to grab the upper fork tube and move it up and down at least 10 times to release air. We will then grab the damper rod and move it up and down at least 10 times to release air as well. Next, we need to set our oil height. The factory recommended setup is 80 millimeters of air gap. Okay, our next step is to install the inner plastic spring guide. Our next step is to install the 13mm nut. We then grab our spring, install it, take our upper spring guide, install it over the spring. Next, grab our pull-up tool, screw it to the damper rod, pull up, press down on the guide and slip in the stopper plate underneath the 13mm nut. Okay, our next step is to remove the pull-up tool. Take our 13mm wrench and tighten the nut until it stops. We then take our top cap, screw it onto the damper rod until it stops. We then take the 13mm nut and screw it back up to the rod to the bottom of the top cap and torque it to 15 Newton meters. Next, we're going to remove the stop plate, bring the upper tube to the fork cap and screw it together. Repeat the same process to your other fork. Once done, reinstall the forks into the front of your bike. This video was created for instructional purposes only. We still highly recommend that you fully read and understand the mounting instructions that come with your FKC 101 cartridge kit. Thank you very much for watching. Keep your eyes open for future videos from Öhlins USA, and take care.